Buffaloes picked up their first pledge from the class of 2013 last week when Denver South running back Phillip Lindsay verbally committed to CU. Lindsay talked more in depth about his decision with BuffStampede.com the same day his junior highlight reel hit the internet. What was it that made you feel comfortable in finally pulling that trigger? I know you had been leaning towards CU for a while. What was it that pushed you over the top and made you comfortable making that decision?
So they had me come for an unofficial visit March 17th. I thought about my dad with me. My mom was at home. She wasn't feeling good. But so we went there, and right off the bat, it just like how they introduced themselves to me, and just they made me feel at home. They made me feel welcome. They made me feel like they really wanted me. So right there, gave me a thumbs up that hey, they really want me. All the coaches from the assistant coaches to parents that were also there with their other kids. They even knew. So it was pretty exciting about that. And then when they really started, they showed us around the place, the weight room and the meeting room, and it was just well kept, And that right there really set me off that everything right there is nice, how the people treat you well, and it was just a good environment to be around. And that's what really set me off. And when I went to go see their little spring practice, they had a little spring practice when I was there, and they actually were scrimmaging. And I got to be with some of the players and talk to them. And after that, I talked to Coach Benjamin and Embry. And after that, I was like, this is where I want to be.
When did you verbally commit to them? And what was the reaction you got back from CU staff once you made that call?
So after I didn't verbally commit right there on the spot. I wanted to go home and make sure I talked it over with my parents and make sure that they know what I want and get a little info from what they thought about it. And I committed on that Thursday. I called Coach Vianney because that's who wanted me to contact him. So I called him and I said, he was right when he answered the phone because I called him twice, but he didn't answer. And they can't call you back. So I called him the third time. The next day I called him again. And he answered the phone. And right when he answered the phone, he was kind of smiling. You could tell he was smiling and chuckling. And all he said was, what's the word? And I told him, I said, Coach, I'm ready to commit. And when I said that, he blew off the roof. He was excited.
Your dad played at CSU. How hard was it for him to, fully embrace the fact that his son's going to be a Buff?
He was proud of me. My dad isn't into all that legacy where if I go to CSU, you need to go to CSU. He wants the best for me, and he felt that CU was right now is the place for me to be and learn and grow and have fun. So he was excited. He left everything, the decision up to me.
Did you feel like CSU would have eventually offered? It seemed like they were kind of going in that direction.
Oh yeah, they would have offered. Actually, I thought because they wanted me to go to their elite at March 24th, but I didn't end up going because I had to work. But I think they would have offered me right there.
Now that you're committed to CU, will you continue to listen to other colleges, or do you feel like you've kind of settled in on your choice?
I'm going to continue, I'm going to continue to let colleges come in, because, that's the fun in it, But right now, that CU is where I want to be,
What type of running back will CU be getting with Phillip Lindsay?
They're going to get a mean, hard runner who also has speed and agility.
And what are some of the things you'd like to polish up and improve on as a player, just, as you get ready to take that next step?
Patience. I think that Coach Benjamin is really going to help me focus on patience and, reading, you can always do something better, read the whole better, And I think one of my gifts is my vision, but also I can polish up on patience. That's where I can be impatient.
You had mentioned that you asked your coach and uncle to keep those defensive highlights out of your highlight reel, but I noticed he snuck a few of them in there. What was your reaction to having some of those clips out there?
I tried to actually, my uncle was like really. He said we're not gonna put as much defense in, but there needs to be some defense in to show that that I do play both ways, and both ways I do 100%. And as much plays I made on offense, I probably did defensively too. But it was just to show the toughness that I'm not afraid of contact and I'm not afraid to get down and dirty. And actually, I told Coach Bieniemy about that, because I was like, I want to go as a running back, and I don't want you guys seeing the defensive film and something happening, And he just laughed. He chuckled and said, it's good that you put the defense in because it shows the toughness you have. But we're coming here to recruit you as a running back. So right there, I was like, all right, cool, But I still don't put as many defensive highlights and just all my runs in.
Lindsay is a Rivals.com 3-star prospect, ranked as the 4th best prospect from the state of Colorado this cycle.